Yes guys, how are you all doing today, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Yes, as we know, it is Carabao Cup week, as I think 8 fixtures will be getting played over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm here to do my prediction on the game. So why not we'll get ourselves straight into it. But before we do get into our prediction today, yes, if you can support this channel by going down, hitting that subscribe button, it'll be really appreciative. Just this year, I want to set a high. I want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and if we can do that, that'll be a massive thumbs up for you guys and for me. So let's get on with the predictions and let's see who's first. So for the first fixture on the list today, Southampton versus Stoke City. This is going to be an absolute tremendous game in my opinion. I think there are some brilliant games over the course of the week to look forward to. So, but I want to go over 2-1 to Southampton, as they should. They should be winning that game nice and easy. But I think Southampton's form at the moment hasn't been great in the Premier League. We all know that they are going to be a yo-yo team for a couple of years, but I hope they get back to normal, because obviously we all know that Southampton are known for playing in the Premier League for years and years to go. Stoke City have been really struggling this season. I do not know what the downfall is with that team at the moment. It's like they've gone from a Premier League survival team to a Championship relegation team, to be honest. I think this year, it'll be really hard. If they go down this season, there'll be no surprise. No offence to Stoke fans, they are absolutely brilliant fans, and honestly, that club deserves better. The fan zone deserves much more off them players, what they are getting at the moment. But for that, I'm going to go with a 2-1 prediction to Stoke City. Now, for Brentford versus Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford should be winning this game very, very easy. Sheffield Wednesday, yes, we all know they can cause some upsets in cups, as we all can say, is the rivals. Newcastle did get beat in the FA Cup, but this is the Carabao Cup. So I'm going to go with a 3-0 Brentford. I think if they play their strong team, honestly, they'll run riots around Sheffield Wednesday. But if Sheffield Wednesday play a strong team and all, it could be a really close game. But for that, I'm going to go with a 3-0 Brentford. Now, the big one. Brighton versus Liverpool. What a game this will be. Honestly, Liverpool are expected to win because obviously their form at the moment is tremendous. Under their new manager, Arne Slot, they are doing really well in Europe and in the Premier League. Yes, we all know that they drew this weekend to Arsenal, but I think Liverpool should win that game. If it had been played at Liverpool, I would have went with something else, because Brighton's form away from home is brilliant, but Brighton's form at home isn't the best. So for that, I think I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Liverpool. But if Brighton score first, then it'll be really hard for Liverpool to get back into that game. So that is my prediction for that game. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace, and this game is going to be a really good game as well. Two Premier League sides once again going at it against each other, but Aston Villa are expected to walk that game into the next round. Yes, we all know Aston Villa are playing absolute tremendous at the moment, but they did draw on Saturday against Bournemouth, so that could affect their play. I don't know if they are really fussed about this cup this season, because they have got another 3 games to go. They've got Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup when it comes around for them guys. So for that, I'm still going to go with an Aston Villa win. I'm going to say 2-1 to Aston Villa, but I think Palace will give them a run for their money. Man United versus Leicester. Oof, now this is a hard one. This is absolutely hard. Man United have been probably one of the worst teams going in the Premier League at the moment. But Leicester this weekend were absolutely rubbish against their rivals Nottingham Forest. Honestly, I've never ever seen something like it, the way how them played. But for that, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Man United. I think Man United are still expected to win that game. The thing with Man United is they have just sacked their manager Erik ten Hag, so a possibility when the assistant manager takes over, he might want to play someone else. And with Man United's team compared to Leicester, they've got the likes of Bruno, they've got the likes of Rashford, They've got the likes of Anthony, Xerxes, Hoyland, Casemiro. All that team should be able to walk Leicester's team. Obviously, we all know Leicester has just came up this season, but obviously they have got good players, the likes of Harry Winks, Jamie Vardy's getting in the goals this season. I think he's got about 3 or 4 goals to his name now this season at about 38-year-olds. But I think it is going to be a hard game. But if Leicester do score first, Man United will go out. In my opinion, because Man United have been one of the worst teams this season to score a goal, only scoring 8 goals in their past about 10 games what has been played over the course of the Premier League. I hope Man United get back to the best, because we all know how good Man United can play. But for that, I'm still going to go with a 2-1 Man United prediction. But if Leicester score first, it is going to be very hard. Another big game on the cards this week, Newcastle versus Chelsea. I think this one is going to be really hard this time because it's getting played at St James's Park. As much as I hate to say this as a Sunderland fan, but Newcastle fans can be brilliant when they want to get behind their team. But obviously at the minute, they are struggling for form at the minute. 13th in the table. Yes, I will be at that game, Newcastle versus Chelsea. So look out for that on the channel this Wednesday night. It'll be released around about 11, between 11 and half 11. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea for this game. I think Chelsea's form at the minute is brilliant at the moment. And their front and their attack is brilliant. They've got Neto, they've got Palmer, they've got Maduk, they've got Nicholas Jackson, Jadon Sancho. Their attack is just brilliant, and their second hand string team is still absolutely sensational. So for that, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea, but I think Newcastle will give them a game. But Newcastle will have to get back to their best, as much as I hate to say this. Because we all know, mate, Newcastle have done brilliant over the past 2 or 3 years since the takeover. But I'm still not confident for the Mags, so I'm going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea in that game. Preston versus Arsenal. It should be easy for Arsenal, but we all know what Arsenal is like in these type of cup games. They do not like to play their best team. I don't think they're really bothered about this type of cup. But still, I think they're going to win 3-0 to Arsenal. I think Preston haven't been at their best. They are a championship average team for a reason, I think, Preston. But when they want to play football, they can play some good football. And I say the best of luck to them. But I think Arsenal should still win that game, even with a bit of youngsters and a bit of experience in the side. So for that, I'm still going to go with a 3-0. But I say best of luck to both teams for that, especially Preston. Tottenham versus Man City. What a game this will be. The biggest game in the Carabao Cup this week alone, in my opinion. Obviously, we have got some really good games, but this one is just mind-blowing. We all know Man City like to play a kind of a weak/strong team. But for that, I'm still going to go with a 1-0 Tottenham. If Tottenham play really well, say best of luck to both teams. But I'm still going to say 1-0 Tottenham.